What is an agency?
You run one, na?
I run one, but I
just
want
for the record.
Yes,
you run one.
I
na?
do run
Yeah.
one. Indian brands don't pay much. Do you think they pay less?
My 80% of clients are still in India, and our retention rate is up killer. Why?
People don't know how to take money overseas, and that's a problem generally.
I had a PayPal पे 4.5 lakh का fine.
Fine.
4.5.
Why the fuck? Build a good offer. Because you said you close on the same call, right? The one call close.
Who gives up first is going to get dominated.
Agreed.
Every fucking time.
A lot of these agency owners have stopped running agency
Oh.
and they're just now selling courses. Do you think that's the case? Why someone should watch you? Who are you? Just maybe 3-4 liners. Who are you? Why someone should watch this? What do you think?
I'm just a small town boy with quite big dreams. So yeah,
Okay.
just a regular guy,
Okay.
just trying to make it big over here.
Okay, he's trying to be humble here. But Aakash runs an agency and a successful one, I believe. And makes shit ton of money. So you should watch this if you want to know how. So let's start with a very basic question. People see this name tossing around agency and SMMA and all of this. What is an agency? I mean, let's come to that first. What is an agency?
You run one, na?
I run one, but I
just
want
for the record.
Yes,
You run one,
I
na?
do run one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I want one for our audience. So, what is an agency? What is an SMMA?
In the simplest of the simplest format, it's just the exchange of value or a service for a fixed or for a monthly retainer.
Okay.
It could be any service that you're giving out, and the person who is taking that service is paying you.
Okay.
Either it could be there are two categories of payment. Either it could be obviously a subscription based payment, which is happening every month, or it could be a one-time off payment,
ठीक है.
wherein you are developing or making something for in one go and it's done. So a project based kind of thing.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I've been working in the US market. I fairly know how to do the outreach and shit, but I have and you can say this is biased notion that Indian brands don't pay much. That's generally why people go to the US or first world countries. कि ठीक है वहाँ से डॉलर से या पाउंड से कमा लेंगे और यहाँ पे टीम भी हायर कर रहे हैं तो सब रुपीस में हो रहा है तो इट्स जनरली
capacity बढ़ जाएगी.
हाँ और पैसे ज़्यादा मिल रहे हैं and all of that shit. So what is your notion? Have you have worked with Indian clients? Do you think they pay less or how is it?
I'll show you a very unique perspective to
Sure,
this.
please.
बहुत सही चीज है जो I also was shocked after understanding.
Sure.
Every freaking buddy in this space of agency is standing here and seeing this wall.
Okay.
And the wall is Indian clients don't pay much.
Right.
Bro, I was also exactly standing here.
Right.
And I exactly knew this कि bro नहीं देते ये लोग पैसे.
Right.
I was also having this notion, pretty biased कि नहीं देंगे मुझे बाहर ही जाना पड़ेगा initially.
Right.
But do you know what happened once? So the whole concept is this: once you break past this, once you get a proof of concept, which I was telling you, bro, you can charge जो तुम बाहर चार्ज कर रहे हो $1,500 का आज भी हमारा एवरेज टिकट साइज है इंडिया में.
इंडिया दे रहे.
हाँ. Bro, and I'm telling you, this is a very unique perspective for agency owners.
I mean नहीं दे रहे भाई 1,20,000 लोग नहीं दे रहे हैं इंडिया में.
क्यों पता है क्या? Because people are just seeing the front. सामने दिखने वाला एक hurdle है छोटा सा कि Indian brands pay less.
ठीक है.
That is one perspective. They have bought this notion and they have settled. They are good. कि अभी ये नहीं हो रहा तो दूसरी तरफ देखते हैं. They have stopped looking this side. Once you cross this hurdle and once you have a proof of concept कि bro मेरे पास 5 ब्रांड हैं. ये देखो मैंने इनके लिए करा था ये हो रहा है. They are happily throwing money. They're happily. That is why my 80% of clients are still in India. And our retention rate is up killer. Why? Because we are first of all हमें भी उतना बच रहा है, वी आर ऑल्सो हैविंग ग्रेट किलर मार्जिन जो मुझे यूएस क्लाइंट से मिल रहा है ऑलमोस्ट ऑब्वियसली नाउ माई यूएस क्लाइंट जो है 20% दे आर बिग साइज
Obviously.
so they're like $5,000-6,000 clients so but comparatively $1,500 $2,000 is average
It's
ticket
the
size
average ticket size, yes.
तो
you're
मुझे
right.
उतना इंडिया में मिल रहा है and now I have the perk over like in the Indian market why closing becomes 100x easy
I agree with you. I agree with you. Closing is
100x
fucking easy in
easy.
India.
तो लाइक कितने पेमेंट चोचले ये वो क्या क्या अब तो लाइक इफ यू हैव सॉर्टेड योर पेमेंट्स आउट लाइक व्हेन आई सी इनिशियली पीपल आर गोइंग कितने से आप पे होते हैं
बहुत 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 people don't know how to take money overseas and that's a
Yes.
problem generally. और आप कर भी लो पेपैल ले लो पेपैल इतना पैसा लेता है भाई वो पेपैल इतना पैसा काटता है आपका फोरेक्स में काट लेगा पैसा उसका उसका खुद का फीस है देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ शिट टिल द टाइम यू एक्चुअली बिल्ड ट्रस्ट विद द क्लाइंट एंड आस्क देम टू डू डायरेक्ट स्विफ्ट ट्रांसफर्स बिफोर दैट इट्स fucking
आई रिमेंबर आई हैड अ पेपैल पे 4.5 लाख का फाइन
fine
4.5
why the fuck
Bro, I was doing drop shipping. तो इतने फाइन्स एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई हेटेड पेपैल मैंने साइड कर दिया था मैंने कहा ये फाइन लो और आज के बाद मुझे काम नहीं करना इधर
okay
इट्स अ बिग स्लैप 4-4.5 लाख रुपए का चाटा
बहुत होता है भाई
हाँ ना तो स्ट्राइप चला गया इंडिया से
इस टाइप जा चुका है I did not know.
यस
Okay.
अब स्ट्राइप में लाइक यू कैन नॉट रजिस्टर
Is
अभी
it?
जस्ट आई रजिस्टर्ड अ फर्म इन दुबई
हाँ.
वहां से मुझे स्ट्राइप में करना पड़ा
oh
सो बहुत सारे चोचले आ गए ना यार
okay ठीक है how do you fucking outreach what do you say कि ये सर्विस ले लो let's talk about that right what is a good method to outreach and how do you outreach yourself
I would say the worst outreach is when you go and sell your service.
right
That is the worst outreach.
ठीक है
And the best outreach is when you never sell anything.
ठीक है
The initial or the icebreaker for me is always a free value.
okay
Always a free value.
ठीक है
So whenever like now up to khair the scale has increased for me but when I was doing initially I always started as a bait a
Okay.
bait of free value
ठीक है
So-
what can be that free value let's go
so let's say if I say you are a e-com brand
ठीक है
okay you're a e-commerce store and I am a performance marketing agency
ठीक है
now I come to your store या फिर I come to your website I prepare a proper loom with all the dissection I just entirely dissect your business कि कहाँ पर फट रहा है and now I prepare a Notion doc for that and by the way Notion is just like a Word doc
yeah
so I prepare a Word doc and I dissect I prepare a proper in-depth report about this कि करा क्या जा सकता है कहाँ पर आप गलत जा रहे हो
ठीक है
I'm not expecting anything out
ठीक है
now you have this in hand right let's consider now this is a bit extra out of the way thing that I developed
ठीक है
which I was doing and I haven't seen anyone doing this
okay
in generally लोग क्या करते हैं they'll just tell them that I was just going through your store or I just checked your website and I found few loopholes let me know if you're interested in I prepared a report
okay
this is the basic approach that
Okay.
people do
okay
now what I used to do this was me having half foot in the door already
right
what I did was I used to tell them hey boss I prepared a 7 minutes report
ठीक है
and here is a glimpse of it तो मैं इनको 30 सेकंड पहले काट के दे देता था
okay
so now if you have that
हाँ
and those it just becomes another video content that first 30 seconds are the hook
right
for the
right.
user to demand for more
right
and if you're demanding for more that means you see the problem
exactly
and if you see the problem that means you see me also as a possible or potential solution
exactly
so this is where like I believe this is a right approach to outreach which is a bait of free value
right not even the whole free value
वो
just
तो
a
दिए
bait
नहीं, bait
just the bait
and that is what I call
so based on different platforms right when you say ठीक है I reach out and we understood hook दे दो give them a bait of your value and get them but is there a different method to different outreach channels or is it like same everywhere or the way you talk about it is a different what do you think about that
I will define outreach once and for all अब चाहे दुनिया का कोई भी एंड आई टेक दिस कोई भी एजेंसी ओनर किसी भी लेवल का कुछ भी मार्केटिंग एक्सपर्ट आके बता ले कोई नया तरीका है वैसा कुछ भी नहीं है
ठीक है
देयर आर ओनली 3 core headings
Mm-hmm.
or 3 core titles under which the outreach would fall.
Right.
ठीक है? ईमेल,
Hmm.
डीएम,
Mm-hmm.
कॉल. इसके अलावा कोई भी आप इसको ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते.
Right.
कोल्ड ईमेल एक खुद में स्टैंड अलोन है.
Right.
कोल्ड डीएम के अंदर लिंक्डइन,
Instagram,
इंस्टाग्राम,
Facebook,
फेसबुक,
wherever you want.
स्नैपचैट, तुम कहीं भी डालो वहीं जाएगा.
Right.
अब कोल्ड कॉल में तुम कहीं भी कुछ भी कर लो, तुम कोल्ड कॉल ही कर पाओगे. इट्स ऑल्सो स्टैंड अलोन थिंग.
Right.
या वॉइस मेल्स करते हैं लोग,
Right.
खत्म. और कहीं कुछ नहीं हो सकता.
Right.
थिंक अबाउट इट.
Yeah.
तुम लूम बोल लो, लूम किधर भेजोगे? ईमेल में ही भेजोगे ना. ईमेल में आएगा.
Yeah. We will talk about it like ये बहुत बड़ी चीज है कि like there are hundred
Only
of
3
methods
categories.
of exactly.
Only 3
Exactly.
categories. कोल्ड डीएम, कोल्ड ईमेल, कोल्ड कॉल. उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं आएगा.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense, bhai. That makes
If you
sense.
can think of, like, if you think, और कौन सा strategy है, if you have used, please tell, like, कुछ
Nah.
और, if you,
This
and
is,
you,
this is it. This is
even
it.
if you find, na bro, you can put it under one of these
One of
3
these
umbrella.
boxes,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
So, और
No,
कुछ नहीं.
no rocket science.
और लोग पता नहीं कितना ज्यादा इस चीज को हाइप करके बैठे हुए कि आउटरीच स्ट्रैटेजी ये कर लो, वो कर लो. बट तुम डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में जाके डीएम कर लो, डीएम ही आएगा.
DM, yeah.
तुम डीएम वही 3 पेरेंट लाइक उसको छोड़ के नहीं जा सकते बॉक्स को.
Right.
सो 3 कैटेगरीज और कुछ नहीं है.
Cool, bro. Okay. Now, when you say ads, do you go broad targeting? How do you start with a campaign?
Now when our data, the pixel has learned a lot.
Okay.
Abhi we have spent close to 8 to 10 lakhs we have done.
By the way, Pixel is Facebook का tracking
code.
APIs, code, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have, when you spend money, then pixel learns.
Yeah.
So when pixel learns enough,
Yeah.
then you start testing broad. So when you're starting, I would say don't waste money.
Yeah.
Pixel ka once you start, or when you are starting,
When you are starting, let's go there.
when you're starting, I would say go fucking niche. Don't go broad.
Okay.
Don't go broad. I have tested both ways. So broad में पैसा बहुत जल्दी फूकता है. You're going to burn money a lot. Why? Because clicks तो आ रहे हैं, चीजें मिल रही हैं.
So this is what I've heard from people who have been in this space. For some reason, a lot of people say don't go niche, and I want you to answer why that's bad, right? Why they say going broad is a good option is maybe you just don't understand niche better. You just don't understand how to target your ICP in a good manner, right? The filters that they have, the Meta has, it's not maybe as accurate. And that's like, okay, what you do is the first phase of it, just do broad, then play with retargetings.
Okay. So I believe कि it is as good as the flat earth believers and the वो वाला the earth is round.
Okay, let's go there.
It is as good as that.
ठीक है.
Because I can understand from both the perspectives. Broad, okay. So I have done, when I was doing drop shipping, when I was scaling drop shipping, I learned hell lot of like ads, and that too multi-channel.
Okay.
Snapchat, TikTok, everything I did ads on.
Okay.
Google. So मुझे वहां पर भी ये बहुत ज्यादा उस पॉइंट पे डिस्कशन चलता था. And it was a big controversy. Should you start with broad or should we start with a niche ad sets? ये वो. The thing is everything has to be tested. If it's ad, I don't want to take the risk of saying कि ये ही try करो.
Right.
I won't ever say.
Right.
It is just my opinion. I think niche जाना चाहिए. क्यों? अगर start कर रहे हो तो I am assuming पैसे कम होंगे. तो पैसे कम होंगे because Facebook वो खर्च करेगा वैसे भी अगर broad पे जा रहे हो. And Facebook is as such a platform which is heavy on spending.
Right.
So the thing is this is my approach. But I have also seen during my dropshipping days, broad ads worked wonders. मुझे 8x तक के ROAS आते थे when I was selling. So I was like, this is working, but the same campaign is not working when I am trying on a different product. So it's a very, very
Yeah. I agree.
controversial thing, and I would say split. That is where split testing is the
A/B testing
OG
is
thing.
work.
So
Yeah.
I was I was in some webinar and I heard this. The guy told, if there is a salesman, and that is how, by the way, I run my entire team also.
Okay.
on the same principle. We wouldn't want to go to our lowest lows. तो कैसे करता हूँ? Let's say for example, there is a salesman.
ठीक है.
Now you tell that salesman कि bro, if you hit $10,000 in sale this month, I'll give you a Ferrari.
ठीक है. ठीक है.
This is the highest peak
Right.
that you have shown him.
Right.
ठीक है. But now there are very low chances कि वो $10,000 तक मेहनत करे.
Exactly.
कि हाँ ठीक है भाई करूंगा, नहीं हुआ चलो अगली बार. But now on the opposite contrary, if you give that guy a Ferrari and tell him, if you drop below $10,000 a month,
He's gonna go.
I'm going to take this away. Bro, he will fucking put his ass on the line to work.
Oh god, this is fucking amazing.
Yes.
So I've known about this theory. Obviously, it's a very common one.
Yeah.
Where people say, "Okay, only way to motivate people are one of those two: give them pain, give them incentive." I've been an advocate of giving people incentive instead of कि नहीं तेरी job ले लूँगा. But this is even better. This is even like you give something and you're like ठीक है नहीं होगा तो वापस ले लूँगा.
हाँ.
It is incentivizing, but also giving the pain. And that's I think will work better than the
Far
incentive.
better. Bro, we won't ever work towards incentive. I'm telling you, Abhi.
Okay.
But we would any day work to save that we don't lose जो हमारे पास already है.
Right.
तुम अपने bare living expenses पे अगर जी रहे हो और तुमसे अगर बोला जाएगा कि यार तुम कल ना 5 BHK के घर में शिफ्ट हो सकते हो.
ठीक है.
तुम कहोगे हाँ ठीक है. बट अभी तुम अगर 1 BHK में रह रहे हो मैं तुमसे कह दूंगा ब्रो ये भी तुमसे लेके ना तुम्हें स्टूडियो में फेंक दिया जाएगा. Then you will work your ass off कि ब्रो ये मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा. ये मुझे चाहिए.
Right. That's a
human psychology.
good analogy. That's a good analogy.
We yesterday got a very big shot brand. One of my closers called me and she was like, yaar, so that was this guy tells me, one of my sales closers, he tells me, yaar, the client ka total bill outstanding, which we calculated on the sales call कि इतना जाएगा आपका invoice to onboard. So he was taking multiple services.
Acha, okay.
So we were totaling it out.
Okay.
So he totaled it out and it landed like close to 2.6 lakhs. Now the guy
That's
said,
a retainer.
that's a retainer.
Yeah.
So 2.6 lakhs, this guy is supposed to pay us
ठीक है.
if he gets onboarded with us.
Okay.
Now he being a big brand, he said, so listen guys, I would be paying you 40% advance for the first 2 months
Okay.
and the remaining 60% by month end only.
Okay.
And we are an agency who just functions on 100% advance.
Same.
We don't take a single penny from you afterwards. You want to work, you work.
Right.
And this is a very, very good brand. Like
Okay.
they are running close to 85 lakh rupee per month ad worth.
Oh,
85 lakh rupees per month in ads.
Shit. That's a lot.
Big shot. So we understood one thing and like on multiple platforms. So now we also wanted them.
Right.
Like it was a tough call to take and my sales closer be like कि bro क्या करें हाँ बोल देते अभी के लिए. like no अच्छा बोल दो we don't want to work chuck it. We don't want to work. We'll see क्या होगा. दूसरा कोई बात नहीं 2-3 क्लाइंट में हम कवर कर लेंगे but I want to like just test this out. It took them 48 hours to come back and pay 100% advance and get sorted.
Amazing, bro.
So
don't give up your place. I mean, you stand with where you are.
Understand this again. This is a part of human psychology. Everyone is afraid.
Right.
Even you are. Even the person sitting on that call is.
Right.
Who gives up first is going to get dominated.
Agreed.
Every fucking time.
If you have the
Guts, bro.
guts to let go.
हाँ,
Oh my god.
तू
They
जाने
want
देना
to
एक
work
बार.
with you now.
हाँ.
कि भाई ठीक है. Maybe they know their shit.
I have always taught my team in this manner. Let go. देख लेंगे.
You've said you have mastered that. कि मैंने ऑपरेशन कर दिया ऑटोमेट.
हाँ.
Now मेरा हेडेक नहीं है वो.
नहीं है. कभी कभी हो जाता बात अलग है.
I tried giving up on operations and कि like ठीक है नहीं ध्यान देंगे and I have a manager who's like doing all of that shit. But फिर एक बड़ा client फटा and जिसकी वजह से then I have to like go back to operations and I like okay अब ये मेरे को शायद देखना पड़ेगा because so how do you make sure that the operations are going smooth?
I have a okay, so this is how I have maintained my operations, or I would say my team's sanity on point.
Okay.
I never blame my team for anything.
Okay.
The first thing,
Okay.
even if it is their fault,
Okay.
I make sure they self-realize that.
Hmm.
That realization needs to come from them.
Mm-hmm.
I have built this amazing culture.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is, now I have lost some big shot clients.
Uh-huh.
But अच्छा ठीक है, and I'm sure you will also agree to this.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, client आ जाएगा दोबारा.
Right.
But the teammate who is handling, let's say, 35 clients,
उसको वहां पे वापस नहीं ला सकते तुम.
उसको नहीं ला सकता मैं.
मतलब वो वापस दूसरा ले आओगे आप वो 35 उठा नहीं पाएगा.
हाँ. तो अब मैं क्या करता हूँ? If a client, let's say, leave, I sit with the guy, I sit with the person, and I make him answer himself. कि bro, do you think कहीं problem थी? Rather than, because these blame games help or lead to nothing but losses in the program. वो operation वही तो फटता है.
Agreed. Yeah.
टीम में भाई क्या भाई तूने ये क्या करा, ये सही से नहीं हुआ, ये हुआ वो हुआ, and person gets pissed off.
Yeah.
Work gets affected, results gets affected. Down the line वो entire vicious cycle start हो गई, client gets affected, client चला गया. ये चलता रहेगा.
Right.
And I have always taken the stand of my team.
Okay.
I have been this. वो बात अलग है, कई बार गलत होते हैं, मुझे पता है बैक एंड पे, बट आई वाज लाइक कि हाँ ठीक है, और आई वुड बी द वन टेकिंग दैट ब्लेम ऑन मी.
Okay.
बिकॉज मेरे पे आके खत्म हो जाएगी बात
हाँ.
कि भाई इट्स ओवर, मतलब
ठीक
कि
है,
आई एम
अब-
सॉरी फॉर दैट.
हाँ मतलब उसके बाद तो
हाँ मैं उस पे जाके नहीं बोल सकता कुछ,
Right.
क्योंकि वो भाई वो संभाल रहा है सब.
What do you look for when you hire someone for the hard skill then? And where do you hire from? Does the
so-
general portals?
जनरल पोर्टल्स नहीं.
Then?
हाँ, सो वी हैव बीन यूजिंग इंटर्नशाला वैसे
अच्छा.
फॉर द मंडेन वर्क,
Oh, the
जो एकदम लो की वर्क है, जो
I
हमें.
recently started that.
हाँ, so and it is good. Let's say if you have monotonous work ना जो बार बार repetitive है,
हाँ.
let's say for cold calling,
Yeah. You
prepare
did
your
the-
script.
Yeah.
Give them.
Get an intern. Yeah.
मैंने स्टार्ट में यही किया था एजेंसी में.
मैं बहुत लेट पता चला मेरे को इंटर्नशाला के बारे में.
वी हैव मैंने बहुत हायर करे थे इंटर्नशाला से.
अच्छा.
At one point I was having 7 cold callers just cold calling full day.
Okay.
So इतना cold, because again we got the list.
की आँख, हाँ.
पूरे दिन cold call करते थे भाई. Bro, I have done close to 4900 cold calls.
आप खुद ना?
हाँ,
Okay.
me myself.
I mean, I come from a sales background as well.
हाँ,
so
पूरे
दिन
दिन
के
यही
100-200 कॉल is
वही करता था मैं. I was the sales head at that SaaS startup ना.
yeah.
I was heading a team of 11 people.
Okay.
So मेरे पास काम नहीं होता, मैं खुद के कोल्ड कॉल कर रहा था पूरे दिन. मैं क्या करता, मैं यही करता था.
Okay.
But so monotonous work के लिए इंटर्नशाला, and for good skills then I run ads on LinkedIn.
Okay, you don't go for
Hiring
general
Like-
Naukri.com and all that shit. No. Okay.
Bro, वहाँ पे सबसे डम्फक लोग आते हैं.
Exactly, that's what I was asking.
Dumb fuck.
Because भाई बहुत मुश्किल है ढूंढ पाना.
And paid advertisers जो मैं ढूंढता हूँ, I don't hire people from agencies
That have worked with agencies. You don't.
who are working with an agency.
अच्छा,
I tell you,
okay.
because
यहाँ बीच
these
में एक
people जो
बंदा है.
corporate में है ना, ये corporate space जो है,
हाँ.
उसमें एक प्रॉब्लम है. वो ये है कि इन लोगों को एक बहुत माइक्रो लेवल का काम दिया जाता है कि यू आर जस्ट
A cog.
नैरोड.
You are a cog.
हाँ, तुम सिर्फ ये देखोगे एड अकाउंट सही चल रहा है कि नहीं.
That's it.
तुम्हें उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं आता.
I
Those
agree.
media buyers are shit.
Right.
I have handled such media buyers in the start.
हाँ.
And now, now I make sure that there are freelancers.
Okay. For media buying. I mean, there's a trust factor there.
Nahin. So now, what we do is, there are freelancers who have converted into agencies, who have started their agencies. I know this might sound a bit कि यार इसमें तो caveat, इसमें loophole हो सकते हैं.
हाँ.
So I have built this thing in a manner. यहाँ पर सबसे बड़ी चीज आती है what kind of bond that you go in with. यहाँ पर ना एक human connection आता
ठीक
है.
है.
आज I have media buyers
हाँ.
who have been working with me, I guess from 2+ years now.
Okay.
अभी तक वो चल रहे हैं.
Okay.
And who are now the most senior media buyers. And they bloody get paid like 2.5-3 lakh rupee a month
Okay.
just from here.
Okay.
And they, now what we have done, ये in-house जब hire हो जाते, and initially when I was working, I also found that जो मैं बता रहा था freelancers converted agency, so these are nothing but white label small level agencies.
Yeah.
We just give them the work because we understand कि तुम लोग को knack तो पता है सारा.
हाँ. बट खाली क्लाइंट नहीं मिल
और
रहा।
व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू इज हम एक एक क्लाइंट देके टेस्ट करते थे।
अच्छा,
तो हम 5 एजेंसीज पकड़ के ले आए,
हाँ
हमने पांचों को एक एक क्लाइंट दे दिया,
ठीक है।
जिसका रिजल्ट जिस क्लाइंट के साथ आपने बेस्ट रिजल्ट लाके दिया जिस एजेंसी ने,
हाँ,
हम बाकी 4 उसकी तरफ डाइवर्ट कर देंगे।
इंटरेस्टिंग,
मैं पीछे से बैक एंड टीम चेंज कर दूंगा
इंटरेस्टिंग। हाउ डू यू पे दिस गाइस? बेस्ड ऑन क्लाइंट, नंबर ऑफ क्लाइंट्स,
पर क्लाइंट,
per
पर
client?
प्रोजेक्ट, एडवांस नहीं,
Okay.
Zero
Yeah,
advances.
Obviously हम
Zero
लेते एडवांस
advances.
देते किसी को नहीं है।
नो एडवांसेस। ये बहुत ज्यादा कॉमन चीज रहती है लोगों में कि
हाँ।
एडवांस मांग रहे हैं।
50% तो मांगते ही हैं।
0।
हम्म
हमारी बिलिंग अगर मान लो 1 से 1 की बिल है, बिलिंग साइकिल है,
हम्म
वी पे नेक्स्ट मंथ के, कई बार वो लोग हफ्ता हफ्ता भूल जाते हैं, बिकॉज नाउ वी हैव बिल्ट सो ब्यूटीफुल रिलेशन,
या
बिकॉज नाउ आई हैव टीम विच इज गोइंग टू सर्व मी टिल द एंड
राइट, बिकॉज ऑफ द
rather
relationship
than
that
me
you have.
finding freelancers and all.
How to get like build a good offer, because you said you close on the same call, right? The one call close. You have to have a good offer so that they cannot say no to it, right? How do you figure that out for, let's say, any niche, because that's not niche specific?
Okay, so there are 3 things that any offer would need. The first is a quantifiable timeline.
ठीक है,
The second is the guarantee.
ठीक है,
And the third is the most critical pain that you're solving.
ठीक है.
If your offer has these 3 elements, you're sorted. You are sorted. So
Okay.
let's say something like I help solar companies
ठीक है,
get 5 new clients. That is different.
ठीक
Okay?
है.
Now this is a 5 new client is not a very painful problem to have,
Right.
right? But 5 new, like I don't know the space properly. So उसमें high ticket होता है क्या?
सोलर में होता है.
हाँ. So like let's say I will get you $5,000 above clients.
हाँ हाँ.
So I'll get you. So in the next 35 days, and by the way, don't use standard numbers.
Okay.
So people have started using, or this is a very common trend that has been going in the next 30 days, 40 days. अब हमारा चल रहा है बहुत time, so that's a different thing. I don't want to change my offer. But I have seen this new thing that is happening. Use odd vague numbers.
Like 33 days.
So in the next 87 days, we will get you 3 clients paying $5,000 per month to you. Or we give your money back along with your ad spend.
It's a fucking
That
great offer.
last-
How do you fucking, how do you even
Like
do that?
go to that
right?
extent now. So see, I learned this thing from Charlie Morgan.
Okay.
I was watching what. There is this thing. I also was scared first. हम पता है क्या करते हैं? Now this is also a psychology trick that we play on ourselves. हम अपने offers ऐसे बनाते हैं in which we define our own limits.
Right.
We tell कि हाँ इतना कर दो, हाँ हो जाएगा
इतना तो हो जाएगा.
हाँ इतना तो कर ही देंगे यहाँ तक, and we put a stop. But what if the market or the person that you are getting on board might be able to give you 2x more than that? You have killed your chances.
Right.
And now you have firstly killed your chances or reduced your chances drastically. Secondly, what you have done is basically you have become a part of the mass now.
Yeah, because everybody is fucking
वो तो
doing
standard offer है bro.
that. Yeah.
I need an offer which has to stand out.
Right.
That is why it becomes an irresistible
Has
offer
to
ना.
be absurd.
वो irresistible कैसे बनेगा?
Oh yeah.
So that is one.
हमारी खुद की फटनी चाहिए वो ऑफर सुन के.
That is how I define. Like if
Okay.
that offer makes you sweat.
हाँ.
कि shit,
ये कैसे
ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया.
हाँ.
अब वो सही है, वोट दे देना. वो कर लेना ट्राई. Because आज के टाइम पे
God.
fetching a client
हाँ.
and basically just getting the client on the demo, that has also become a task. आज people are burning money.
Right.
Per like cost per lead has gone up. इतनी सारी चीजें हो गई, so it's better that you go to the max extent. And then you start off like doing your, let's say, whatever the sales closing. एक बार अंदर आने तो दो.
हाँ, उसके बाद थोड़ा सा हम्बल डाउन कर देंगे उसको बाद में.
We never mention, by the way.
अच्छा.
We never mention on the call कि there is a money back guarantee.
ये कहाँ करते हो आप? खाली ads में?
Exactly. That is just to get you in the door.
Oh God, उसके बाद उसका ध्यान ही नहीं जाने दो वहाँ.
That is where we show you the different world. कि now I'll tell you what all we can do for you. And we'll make you so confident in us that you forget about the guarantee.
Okay, that's where your closing skill will come in. जहाँ पे you have to make them forget.
I believe कोई ऐसा closing skill less पेट से पैदा होके नहीं
हाँ,
सीख के
obviously
निकला.
it's
So it's
all
more like
practice.
कितनी बार तुमने ट्राई किया.
Right,
I have given close to bro like 180 plus demos.
Oh, that's
हाँ काफी.
that's great. Yeah.
So now we have like I have at least after 180 demos I found a pattern.
Yeah.
कि bro ये होता है ऐसे ऐसे चलता है.
Right.
These are the things generally people would be having doubt on. यहाँ पर एक hesitation आता है.
Right.
This is the stage where
you can figure
if I
that out,
can
yes.
clear this out, ये straight हो जाएगा.
Right.
तो वो सारी चीजें I have done.
This is an amazing
Yes.
value, by the way. Ki the more you do, a lot of people ask me, how do you close clients? You do it again and again and again, and you find patterns. You find there are different characters. You find, अच्छा ये character थोड़ा सा rude सा है starting में, अब ये ऐसे behave करेगा. This is going to be his question. Around आपको same ही template मिलेगा.
Exactly.
लोगों
More
के.
or less.
Yeah.
So वो एक चीज है and moreover क्या होता है कि when you get the client ना, I would recommend people starting के 10 demos हमेशा कैमरा खोल के देना.
Oh yeah.
वैसे मैं तो अभी भी खोल के like I always open.
Yeah.
In general, I see people, bro, they give demos on close camera. It's so dead. इससे अच्छा phone call कर लेते.
हाँ, क्यों लाया उसको मेहनत करके लिंक पे?
हाँ. So the thing is this, when you have a camera, when you see the person, those face reactions, face expressions tell you a lot.
Yes, a lot.
वो है.
I mean, and they also feel confident कि ठीक है, I'm talking to a human. I'm not talking to a guy from a scamming call center.
I have gone to that extent जहाँ पर I wanted to play big.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave a single inch out.
ठीक है.
I even went to the extent of having my own agency t-shirts.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And that's a very
nice.
sweet thing.
Yeah, that's a nice.
I told you ना branding.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
come from
yeah,
that branding background.
Yeah,
क्योंकि मैंने offline brands build करे.
हाँ.
जब मैं Waffle Nation बना रहा था तो मुझे समझ आया कि brand अगर है, people are willing to pay 500 रुपये for that waffle piece.
Oh yeah.
And अगर brand नहीं है, ठेले पे बेच रहे हो, कोई मुझे 20 रुपये भी नहीं देगा. Do you know? Like there was a time when I was selling a waffle for 19 rupees.
Oh shit.
19 रुपए का.
कहाँ मिलता भाई?
वही मैं बेच रहा था. I was like कि शायद मैं ज्यादा मार्केट अप्रोच कर पाऊंगा.
भाई सस्टेन कैसे कर? 19 रुपए का वॉफल
मैं
बनेगा?
सस्टेन तो करी. हाँ भाई, द थिंग उसमें क्या है?
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
वो बात अलग है ना कि you were or like let's say I was thinking from that quantity game perspective.
Oh.
कि after this I would be making. After this amount or number of waffles I would be making. After selling this much quantity, let's say. But वहां पर मैं मुश्किल से दिन के 3 बेच पाता था. But now when I increased my price to 180 rupees तक,
The brand to
वो
it.
brand हाँ, but साथ में बस branding थी. Everything that I was doing had a stamp of the brand, Waffle Nation, हर चीज. That is where I saw the magic of brand happening.
Yeah.
तो I was very, very confident कि अगर मैं ये भी बना रहा हूँ, I'll bring my own expertise in it.
Oh God, okay. That's nice, bhai. Agency में अगर आना है किसी को, right? And they want to start this shit. What are the checklists that you think they should keep in mind when they are like starting out?
Okay, there are 4 things.
Okay.
So here is a list of things that you would need if you want to start your agency from scratch.
Okay.
Have a niche finalized. I'm not saying that you need to be confident about that niche, but you need to have a niche to start with.
ठीक है.
Understand what the niche's problem is, and based on that, craft an offer. The second thing that you need is an offer which makes the person feel that it is a no-brainer to deal with. The thirdly, you need to figure out if this is the niche and this is the offer, what is the communication channel that I'm going to use for targeting this niche? Hence, your mode of outreaching.
Right.
It might be again falling one amongst these 3, which is DM, cold call, या email. Select one of those. And lastly, you need to have, or like if you are starting an agency out, you need to have this thing in mind that I am going to give this business and I think this applies to anything. This is more like a generic thing. Be patient. The last thing is just patience. They are like बहुत ज़्यादा cogs नहीं होते business में.
Right.
If you summarize, business has only 3 things.
Right. Okay.
Niche,
Perfect.
offer. Yeah.
Perfect, bro. Thank you so much. One thing, so you are helping a lot of students. You are helping a lot of people to get into agency.
Yes.
What is that about? What do you guys do?
So when I was starting out, bro, I tested, like I burnt a lot of money
Yeah.
in buying various fucking programs.
Okay.
And out of every, like let's say 2-3 things that I bought, किसी चीज में कुछ 1% was of useful, of use to me, and collecting that 1% I built my base.
ठीक है.
So I know how I have struggled, or I have figured my way out.
Right.
So if now, or like when I was sitting and like just scaling my agency, or when it scaled out,
Right.
I saw people starting to ask me questions about ki yaar, how to do this, how to do that. And I could see clearly that, bro, this is also the pattern. I had the same problem that you have.
Right.
I faced the exact same hurdle that you are facing today.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, what if like I just reverse engineer what I exactly did step by step? And like moreover, now what we have done is, and that is where Agency Launchpad was born.
Okay.
The program.
Okay.
Now we have turned it into a fucking ecosystem.
Okay.
We got in like in collaboration with 6 different killer agency owners.
Acha.
We have some great people on board. We have their expertise. So we now not only teach you agency or how it is built from my perspective, but from 6 different agency owners' perspective. So which makes it one of the like top thing in the country at the moment.
Okay.
And apart from that, because I haven't seen a program, bro. If you have seen, let me know. Like India, I haven't seen a thing which teaches you and at the same time provides you the needed, because I have invested shit ton of money in softwares and all.
Right.
इसके साथ खेल रहा हूँ, वो try कर रहा हूँ. And this became the first ecosystem where we got people involved. We collaborated with agency owners, and then we started teaching you the softwares as well, what softwares to use, and we started giving you out the softwares as well.
Okay. Okay.
So
perfect,
yeah.
bro. I was gonna ask you a question, but before that, I want to confirm one thing. So these 6 different agencies that you're talking about, are they different niche? Different
Oh,
niche?
yes.
That's what I was going to come to, because I thought it's going to be a hard question for Aakash, but you already cleared it. So I was going to ask you this, that a lot of people, there are a shit ton of courses already.
Oh, yeah.
We know. One thing that I've seen as a problem, that a lot of people just start their agency, go in one niche, and they just think कि ठीक है हम बाकी सब niche को समझा लेंगे. I don't think that's the case.
Never.
Every niche has their different nuances, and that's where students get frustrated. जहाँ पे वो पूछ रहे हैं, अच्छा ये सोलर वाला क्लाइंट है, इसका क्या करूँ, मतलब मैं इसके लिए ऐड कैसे बनाऊँ या फिर इसको आउटरीच कैसे करूँ. ठीक है, तुम्हारे पास अप्रैल का डिजाइन, तुम्हारे पास पूरा फ्लो चार्ट है क्योंकि तुमने कर रखा है वो, लेकिन मेरा तो सोलर है, मैं क्या करूँगा. So that's has been a problem. But if you have like considered that, I have to give it to you.
So I'll tell you how we have structured out Agency Launchpad. I come in from the experience of operations and all.
Right.
I am good with the foundations.
Right.
I understand the sales part. So these are the things that I take care of.
Right.
Now we have people, let's say there is Shivam Gupta, the email marketing expert.
Okay.
He runs an email marketing agency. We got him to teach email marketing.
Okay.
Then there is a Instagram like agency owner called Carrie. We got her.
Okay.
She teaches you Instagram branding.
Okay.
We then got Bharti. Bharti is the LinkedIn expert. She has worked with some of the biggest creators. I won't name them.
Okay.
So she teaches you LinkedIn branding. Then we have, if you're aware about Jeff Miller, Ravi Abuwala.
I think I've heard.
Like I'm forgetting the name. Like these big Joel Kaplan.
Oh yeah.
So I got the person who is running ads for them
to
teach Facebook ads in Agency Launchpad.
Nice. Okay.
Who is currently managing Joel Kaplan's ad account.
Okay.
To teach you Facebook ads. How to run ads for your agency.
That's nice.
Nice. That is the depth that we have gone.
Okay.
So we made sure that I know for a fact कि मैं हर चीज में expert नहीं हूँ bro. So let
right.
me do what I am great at,
Right.
and let me get people who like what they are good in.
Right.
So we have, that is why like I'm so bloody confident that if anyone has the guts to go through this 45 hours long training, they are bound to like bloody blow in the space of agency.
Great, bro. Great. I think you have solved the problem then, because I thought of that as a problem.
Yeah, we also, by the way, solar se yaad aaya, we have another one like the 7th, which is like Anirudh. He runs his own solar agency.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
So Facebook expert,
Uh-huh.
automation expert.
Okay.
So we have multiple like plethora of things happening.
Would you say that I'm not sure what stage you are at, but I think a lot of these agency owners have stopped running agency,
Oh,
and that's my opinion. And they're just now selling courses. Do you think that's the case, or
there are multiple.
or is there going to be a time where that's going to be you at all?
Oh, so see, I'll be very honest. If I am doing this, then it never means that I am going to compromise on my second thing, because believe it or not, that is my bread and butter.
Right.
I can any day say like, fuck this, मुझे नहीं करना. This is what, again, the leverage game is. But my
Leverage makes
real
more money, right?
See, understand this, where your roots are solid, you would never want to leave that. At least this is what, how this is like, this is how I have been operating around
ठीक है.
for the last 8-9 years.
ठीक है.
And now what I believe is, this is a space that I have already mastered in.
ठीक है.
Now let's say you bloody know the knack of the game. You know how to make money in it left, right, center.
Right.
I would never want to go out of my way to change everything around and make something primary which is not.
Right.
This is my bread and butter.
Right.
My agency makes me money nowhere close to what a program can make.
Exactly.
That is simple, clean.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't operate in my agency. So that makes me more want to continue my agency, bro.
It doesn't take much.
Exactly. It doesn't take much of my time, na. Why would I want to ever stop that thing?
Right.
And moreover, that keeps me in touch with the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I ever leave that, I am bloody nothing better than a teacher
Right.
or a freaking course seller.
Right. And that can become outdated with
Exactly.
time. With time.
मेरे पास जो skill है or whatever I shared with you, that is based on what my actual agency is doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I would have been coming from a background that my agency, I just did 1-2 clients, I'm done with it, but now I'm focused on the program and all,
Yeah.
I would have had a very limited set of knowledge,
Right.
or at least very limited expertise in the space.
Yeah. Nuances नहीं होते. मैंने
कुछ
देखा
handle नहीं
है. I've since smelled it everywhere where I can say कि ये बंदा बोल रहा है जो ये सारा ऊपर का ज्ञान है. There is no
मैं
nuance
ये
in there.
YouTube वीडियो देख के ले सकता हूँ, या फिर मुझे मिल जाएगा इधर उधर.
हाँ.
The real knack of the game ना, वो जो like road smart होता है, street smart वाला, वो तुम्हें तभी आएगा जब तुम गेम में हो. अगर तुम हो ही नहीं गेम में, तुम्हें पता कैसे चलेगा?
That I agree. Cool, bro. Thank you so much. I think we covered most of the things, and this is like a master class.
Love.
Anybody that watches this is like set to start an agency, I think.
बाकी रक्षम है बताने के लिए सबको. But yeah, like thank you for having me, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
It
bro.
was a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much for
Pleasure,
coming.
pleasure.
It was great. Okay, so I'll link all of his descriptions, Launchpad, his Instagram, whatever, everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Cool, buddy.